Keith, we were just saying it answers a few questions. When it's not your day, you keep going and you get something from it.
Yes, we weren't at the races today. From the first kick-off, really, from the start of the game, we spoke before about the standards we'd set recently, and can we maintain them. For whatever reason, we didn't start the game well, but we kept going, which was great. The desire to try and get that next goal, even though it wasn't pretty, in the end got us a draw that I would say we deserved on the effort, but not the quality. So disappointed in the way we passed the ball, really. Our passing today, the quality of our passing wasn't good enough. We give the ball away far too cheaply, and we spoke about them being dangerous, and we allowed the game to become too open, too spread, first half especially, and they looked more dangerous up front than we did because we were so wasteful, and the gaps were there without a doubt, but we just, after one or two passes, just turned the ball over too cheaply, and that was why we never. All of a sudden, I sensed that there was a frustration around the place that I was surprised it sort of kicked in so quickly. But yeah, we've come out of it with a draw because of our effort and commitment, and another set piece, and great for Louis to come on and got on the move and scored a great goal.
You've said this before, it's about getting that consistency and performance levels individually and as a team, and if you don't, it's what can let you down.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, we never hit the standards that we've hit recently as a team. We were too deep, we allowed the game to be too spread, so when we did pass forward, the quality wasn't good enough, but we were too far apart from each other, and that's not really us. We're a compact team and in and out of possession, and today we weren't. We weren't a compact team, and Crawley are a good side, especially on the attack. They've got some good players and they're a threat. And there's some strange decisions today, I would say, polite way of putting it. So yeah, a lot happened in the game. There was lots of events, lots of things happening that I analyse. But overall, we've got to get back to our standards and composure with the ball.
Yeah, on that, I mean, the hesitancy that led to the goal, the hesitancy that led to the penalty decision, that's something that we've got rid of. Yeah,
and I say, I'm not sure quite where that comes from, a little bit of complacency. We'd spoke about this the last 2 days, that if you're going to have a run of results, which we want to try and continue, you've got to keep doing what you've done before. And for whatever reason today, we sat back too deep, too comfortable, and we allowed them to control the game, and they looked dangerous.
How frustrating is that in the technical area when you can see it, but you can't affect it too much? And I'm sure you're screaming at them and telling them, but it's still happening.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to, at half-time, try and calm them down. It wasn't the right time to go in there and sort of go screaming and shouting, because you could see that wasn't the mood of the group. So I was just trying to calm them down, try to remind them of what we have to do, but we never really got going. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have these days that you're not quite on your game. Today we had too many players that weren't on their game, but our desire and work rate and the subs coming on grabbed us a point in the end there.
What do you say to them at full time after a game like that, where they'll know that they haven't been at their best?
That we've got to get back to the standards we've set on Tuesday, which is great. You've got a home game Tuesday, we can put that right. But well done for keeping going. The heads didn't drop. Suddenly the fans got behind us again. So all of a sudden, instead of there being a frustration, there was like a drive and a desire to go and make something happen. And that was because of the players and because of the crowd. The whole atmosphere changed. And we need that. We can't have these periods of anxiety. I thought we'd sort of gone past that at home, especially. But it crept in today. So, yeah, hopefully we can learn from it and get back to our best game on Tuesday.
Is that a reminder, though, for the players that when they give the fans something, the fans do respond? They're there and they're waiting to get behind them?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they need us to get going, and like I say, the gaps were there today. We'd worked tactically on where we felt we could punish them and hurt them, and we got out. I mean, our fullbacks got out into loads of space, created 2v1s in the wide areas, but our decision making and quality was really what let us down. And when you give the ball away so quickly, it doesn't allow the rest of the team to come up and build your attacks. And yeah, like I say, my feelings at the moment is that we were far too spread out as a team, as a back four being too deep and not allowing our teammates, if you like, to get up and around the ball.
Having said that, it's an old saying, but it's true, if you can't win, don't lose.
Yeah, no, it is. And we scored the equaliser, and I'm screaming thinking, like, I'll take that. Honestly, I was screaming, and then they break on us, don't they, and have the chance at the end, and I was like, oh wow. So we had that little bit of luck. Like I say, there's some strange decisions I'll have to look at again. Very soft penalty, I felt. And there was an incident in their box where it was a big scramble that I've been told one of their players sort of almost dives on the ball and sort of elbows it away. And the fourth official tells me that they have to stop that before anyone gets injured. So why you would stop the game in case something happens is a new one on me. So no, you could say we've got away with it a little bit today because we didn't deserve to win the game without a doubt. But our desire to make something happen has got us to point.
Louis Alessandra hasn't been able to show you what he's about. He just has there. That's Louis in a nutshell, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean he's worked hard since his injury the last week or so in training. He's worked really hard in training. Sam has got a slight knock as a young lad. Maybe the workload's caught up with him a little bit, so it was right to rest him. And Louis come on and scored the goal, and which is, in the end, you sort of come away with a smile on your face when really I couldn't see that happening.
I've got to ask as the last question, transfer window, any more news on what you're doing in the background?
We're halfway through and we're still looking, so that's an ongoing saga that we're still very active, and we know what we want and what we need. We might have to be a little bit patient, like I said last week. I'm happy with what we've done so far. You could see the strength of the bench. Amari coming on, it obviously gives us a real threat up there. So we've strengthened, but we want to do some more business if we can.